Socrates is easily downloadable on most smartphones and tablets, and also available online, making it easy for end users to gain access. As you can see, there are various icons the user can choose from. These are bespoke for each project and can include any variation. The user simply touches any of the icons to be guided through to the next segment. Here we see an example of diary meetings that have been entered by a member of staff, so the end user can easily see via the calendar section when their meetings are, what they need to take to those meetings or events, and also reminders with alarms can also be set. Each time we exit one of the segments, Socrates returns to the main icon page. Here we enter the chat icon and see a list of contacts that include friends, loved ones, family, as well as members of staff such as tutors, mentors, caseworkers, whatever the requirement may be. Here we have the check-in section. This is a very useful tool to allow users to be able to take a photo of themselves perhaps, or possibly of their coursework, or the location of the event they're checking into. This then goes along with the choose an activity on the drop-down. These lists are bespoke for each project. The user then has the option to also type a message in the message box or even leave an audio message. This audio message could be from the end user or from the teacher, the tutor, etc. that wants to leave a message for the caseworker or mentor, etc. Whomever the drop-down message on the user activity is directed to will receive this message, written or audio, as well as the geo and timestamp of where they were when they checked in, when they took the photo and left the message. Even if they don't have connectivity of 3G or Wi-Fi or similar at the time, this will still log and then update and send the check-in to the required member of staff once they're back online again, whether it be Wi-Fi, 3G or similar. This is one of various ways Socrates allows you to prove that the user was where they were and carrying out an activity, and can be used as a provision of evidence. The rewards section on Socrates is the way that end users can be rewarded with your choice of rewards. These can be anything. Virtual points that can add towards a reward or prizes, 2-for-1 offers, perhaps for completing some training, learning or a course. These can be manually input by authorised staff members. This is the feedback section. This area is again bespoke for each project, allowing feedback on whatever it may be. As an example here, you can see the feedback is to do with the quality of a training session, and the user can award feedback marks for whatever it may be. On here, you can see quality of session, the quality of tutor, location, level of progress that the user is making, as well as other areas for feedback. On the resource section, this can be a list of websites that contain relevant information to the user. There could also be PDF static information for users to be able to gain access at the touch of a button. We can also integrate and support existing systems such as case management software. This is a great way to be able to give access to information to end users without them having to send emails or make phone calls to staff that ask the same questions time after time, such as how do I gain access to something, or what time does something start, or what date is an event. Everything can be easily accessed by this resource list, again allowing staff to be more efficient and less repetitive. As you can see, we have access here to the NHS A to Z conditions and treatment page. Easy access is available to an unlimited amount of websites and PDFs. We return back to the icon page and onto email. This is another good way to maintain contact with users and users with staff. And here we have the Documents area, where users have access to equivalents of Word, Excel, PowerPoint tools to help end users create projects, write CVs, business plans, job applications, carry out homework. Here we see examples of application forms integrated within this version. There are many possibilities. The Help section allows end users to request help in various areas. Each drop-down links to a separate department or staff member or central help desk. This is set up specific to each new project, so the correct staff member receives only the relevant requests for he or she and can time manage their responses. There is an area here for the user to insert a contact number and any other details. When they send the request, it is time-stamped at the place they were when the request was submitted, even if there is no connectivity available. Now we move on to the study area, where my colleague will walk you through some more unique selling points that Socrates offers.
So from my Socrates home screen, I click Study, and this brings us through to Nimble, which is the Socrates study component. This is where you'll find learning modules for things like literacy, numeracy, IT skills, employability and personal development skills, and other learning opportunities as well. So this library screen shows all the modules that have been assigned to this particular customer. All I need to do is enter one of these and I can start learning. First, I'm going to have a quick look in ICT and just check up on how to format my CV. So I can read through the guidance here. Okay, and I'm happy with that. I remember that well. So I'm going to go through to the end of unit screen and just make a note that I'm really confident with this, I'm happy with this. So now I use this menu here to come back out to my main library screen. And I'm going to enter a different learning module now. I'm going to have a look at maths. So here I am in maths, and I'm looking at the menu for basic skills. I've been advised to brush up on my subtraction and addition, so that's where I'm heading. To start off, I can watch a video lesson, and this will remind me what to do. This will remind me of the method. So now I enter the practice quiz, and I can practice what I've just learnt. This green bar in the menu now shows that I've made progress, I've watched the lesson, and I've had a go at the practice quiz. So now I'm going to head to the end of unit page here. I've already tried the test, and this has given me the performance score that you see in the blue bar here. So I can have another go at the test if I want to beat this score. I can also do the self-evaluation here. So here I can rate myself on my level of confidence, my level of understanding, and how hard I've worked on this material. So now all this data, progress, performance, and self-evaluation, will be sent to my tutor or mentor. When they log into Nimble, this will appear on their dashboard. So now I've logged into the tutor view on my computer, and I can see here all my groups, all the modules that they're working on, and all of their learning data. So I click Student Data for this publication, Step Up ICT, and this takes me into a view of the data for the whole group, so a summary of the data. And within this I can click on any individual and see how they've been doing with this module. So the green bar indicates their progress, how many activities they've completed. The blue diamond shows their end of unit test score. And for each unit within the module, they will also have completed a self-evaluation. Behind each bar, you can see a bar showing the group average. And similarly, you can see a lighter blue diamond showing the group average performance score as well. So we can see at a glance how this individual is doing compared with the whole group. We can also isolate those group averages and just look at them on their own if we just want a snapshot of how the group is doing. And again, here you've got your progress scores and your performance scores and your self-evaluation scores. If I'm interested in how the learners are doing on a particular part of the module, I can also look at this data unit by unit as well. So here you can see all the data for the section on communication within the ICT module. So if I want to look at a different module, I go back to the dashboard. So now instead of looking at the learner data, I'm going to look at the module itself. So I click Read Now to enter the module. And here I can see the same content and the same features that the learner sees on their device or on the web. So I can review the content, I can see what they've been working on. I can check for different activities that I want them to complete. And I can also try some of those activities myself. And at any time I can come out of the module, go back to my dashboard and see the overview for all my groups and all my modules.